Hi, my name is Catherine Went with Syscon, and thanks for taking a moment of your time. Today I wanted to share with you a book I recently finished, A Daring Faith in a Cowardly World by Ken Harrison. When I ran the original article in our newsletter, I did get a couple email messages. Thanks for giving me a little feedback on that. I appreciate it. At first, when I started reading this, it's definitely directed towards men, and after all, Ken Harrison is the CEO of Promise Keepers. But I decided I would keep reading, and I am glad that I did. So I love the opening preface. Here are some of the questions he poses right at the beginning of the book. What's the point of it all? Why are we called to be selfless? We can't earn our way into heaven, so why try so hard? Why deny ourselves? Turns out Mr. Harrison has some pretty good answers to those questions. So one of the things that he talks about here is, you may have heard the phrase of a lifestyle business, and it's kind of this concept where you're working well, but you've got some flexibility and you're balancing how much time you're putting in with how much money you want to be able to take out of the business. It's a lifestyle business. A little flexibility there. You probably have heard of the other description, which is a growth mindset, and that's kind of saying, look, I'm going to be all in. I'm going to give it the extra longer days and weeks, and we are going to grow this thing. And it's a little out of balance. We're going to be heavily on the business side of it and not necessarily worried about that balance. So he puts a little twist on this idea, and he says, is your faith, are your personal convictions a lifestyle or growth mentality for you? And I thought that was an interesting spin on the question. Are we called to be daring? Are we convicted? Do we want to pursue these things? Are we willing to be daring? Are we all in? So there's an old saying he reminds us of here, and I'll just read it to you real quick. Hard times make strong men. Strong men make good times. Good times make weak men, and weak men make hard times. And we do see this all around us, men and women. This book is challenging us to revisit our comfort and ask if we're willing to be courageous, if we're willing to go all in. I won't promise you anything different. This is definitely a book about Christian faith, so just know that going in. But I really believe, as he talks about these concepts, as he talks about these mindsets, that these can apply to not only our faith, but our businesses, how we engage our families, how we engage our teams, and how we approach our personal convictions. So I would definitely encourage you to read the book. Again, it's A Daring Faith in a Cowardly World by Ken Harrison. Thanks for your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.